agree with Team Zero maybe having a bit better of a time here, or do you actually favor the boys on Radiant?
I'm a little bit torn, actually. I think Team Zero's off lane should go incredibly well for them. I think the mid lane should be Ember Spirit favored over the Pangolier, especially since the Lucky Shot change in particular. You know, being able to have that that disarm certainly isn't, well, you don't have the disarm anymore, so it's not going to be useful at all. They're trying to get a skill out of God King here, and they will skill up the Time Walk. So again, basically useless against a Bat Rider Underlord lane. And as well, that last lane, that's really where I'm going to have my eyes fixated on, is the last lane. The Marcy Invoker going up against the Drow Disruptor. I feel like Drow Disruptor has the potential to be able to, you know, do very well in this lane, but so does the Invoker Marcy, right? If you're able to get First Blood, if you get stepped out of position on either of these squishy ranged heroes, then you could very easily use your high damage to convert that into a kill. I mean even just Cold Snap for the heal component that it provides as well is going to be a nice tool to be able to just have in the lane.
What were your initial thoughts when you saw all the patch notes of Invoker?
The first one?
We'll hold that thought.
Happen.
Yeah. Double blood grenade, why not use all of them to start the game, especially if it's able to secure First Blood, and it will do just that. CSJ now has a little bit of extra gold and experience, and you're already a little bit worried about how this lane might go, and now with the extra added benefit of that First Blood, it could make it even more difficult.
It could really have gone either way, right? Like, that's the big thing for mine. And the fact that you've gone and got the First Blood now, especially for a core as well, it's a big bonus. And it also, that assist gold for Marblu is going to bring him closer towards his Urn of Shadows as well. So
bottom lane. Is TZ going to end up dying? No. Okay, has some stick charges to work with, so he's chilling. Did use an early blood grenade as well from Ice Ice.
So yeah, initial Invoker changes, or where he's currently at?
Initial. We'll go with initial. Yeah.
Busted.
Yeah, okay. What was the, I don't know if you know the stats, do you know the win rate of the hero, like first couple of days after the patch? Yeah, okay, that's crazy. That's so crazy.
Way too good. I mean, Ghost Walk itself was just nuts, right? Like,
yeah, I saw.
You essentially never had to go back to base. You just went into Ghost Walk for like 5 seconds and you were full health and mana again.
On top lane, there we go. Level 2 from CSJ, but an early level up in the Glins from ZZQ, so acts as a bit of a separator, so... But we do see already what's able to go on. And I want to continue with this top lane because I know we're going to see a lot of action here. What is kind of the role of ZZQ's Disruptor? What does he need to do? It's a hard one? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he just needs to be in the way of the Drow, make sure that the Drow is farming so that you are able to convert, potentially get some kills here. It doesn't have the multi-shot leveled up just yet. Would have gone into the melee creep wave anyway, so would have been all that effective. But I mean, this is a rough place to be, right? You need to be so perfect with your spacing, because if you're out of position just once, you're going to get rebounded onto. It makes it so much more challenging for yourself. I mean, they're basically going to try and go for it when this glimpse is still on cooldown. Still the 24 seconds at level 1. So that's going to be the main concern. It's basically just try and keep the lane as safe as possible back towards the Dire Tower as they can. And he's doing an okay job of that so far, but wasn't able to get the complete pull off, unfortunately, or prevent the pull, rather.
And what about the other side lane here down bottom? I mean, you were saying earlier that you feel like this should be a pretty favorable matchup here for the boys on Team Zero. Are we still expecting God King to find a decent amount of farm down bottom?
I wasn't personally, but he's doing an okay job in my eyes, right? Like, you're going up against a lot of this damage over time. Abaddon provides essentially 0 kill threat when it's being played as a support. He's got a pull off, but it's on the worst small camp in existence. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that is going to provide him issues, and, well, he's starting to get dived onto. But, of course, with an Abaddon there, not wanting to go too deep, just with that level 1 Firefly.
Top lane. ZZQ, they'll be able to secure with a kill, even with the level up in the Gust from CTY. So, yes, it's not onto the Drow Ranger, but still, you're going to be able to secure the Lotus as well.
They even got a bit more sustain as well, with that sidekick now leveled up.
And what does look like mid lane 70s having a pretty good time on the Pangolier. 18 and 6 compared to the 17 on 0. So a little bit more denies to favor the Pango at the moment. Definitely, I'd say this is probably one very comfortable with it. Maybe a big reason why they wanted to pick it up, even though we were kind of both saying, you know, this hero may not be as strong at the moment, but, you know, showcasing is off to a very good start.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, like, I really don't feel like either of these side lanes really wants to be making rotations, right? Because the Disruptor needs to stay there to be able to protect the Drow, and the Bat Rider needs to keep trying to dominate the Faceless Void, right? So I honestly feel like...
Yeah, is he in trouble? Okay, it's all right. They might be able to turn, actually.
As well.
Glimpses of potential. CSJ is just forced to stand his ground. He knows if he tries to run away, they'll glimpse him back. Nonetheless, he's still going to go down. The glimpse is still there from ZZQ. Let's see if CTY is going to have the damage zone. No multi-shot to work with, but looks like the right clicks, the good old-fashioned way, is enough to be able to get the kill onto Marblu, and that is huge. That's going to give them their first 2 kills of the game and can kind of stall out some of the momentum that was starting to be built up top.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what I was expecting. This is the only lane where there's going to be kills happening. It's just, they've got potential, and it's going to depend on the tiniest amounts of positioning in the lane, right? We just saw there, they went a little bit too deep, maybe overvaluing the strength of just the 1 point in the sidekick compared to what it previously was. I mean, it's just 6 bonus damage and 10 lifesteal. Doesn't feel that great at this stage. But maybe now, with the Urn of Shadows picked up by Marblu, they're going to think that they can look to go for a kill. This would be so huge if they can pick it up.
Should be able to do so. All right, there you go. There's your earn charges now to work with. Even more damage to look to play with inside the lane. Meanwhile, mid lane though, Cicada. He's going to go down off the back of the rotation out of Ice. That was not even the Rolling Thunder commit. And in fact, off the kill now, 70 has this level 6 to work with. So beautiful movement out of the Bat Rider early on.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I suppose it makes a lot of sense, right? You've got the Underlord into a totally safe spot. Believe he's got the Vanguard coming out to him now. So yeah, this Faceless Void provides 0 threat. And now you've just got a Bat Rider that's able to play around the map very consistently. Try and protect those power runes. Marblu protecting top, but it's bot.
Oh, they might go for the kill though. Hit detection. Did he bring one out on the Corey? He did not. 70 didn't as well. Meanwhile though, top lane, CTY able to get another kill onto CSJ. As soon as they see the Marcy was vulnerable with the rotation out from the Invoker, they look to jump on that numbers advantage.
Cute little play by CTY up there. I mean, he pulled the Hellbear Smasher into the creep wave. It didn't actually end up pulling the wave, but it just got the clap off, made sure that there was a little bit more damage done to the Dire Creep so that this wave wasn't pushing in. But look at this 3-man rotation.
The Clem is going to be fast enough. Looks like the damage has been dealt, and CTY still is able to be protected thanks to the kinetic field. Tornado will clip him on the far side. CTY will live thanks to the strength treads.
Yeah. Still had 1 Urn charge available to use and potentially an Aphotic Shield if Marblu wanted to go for the dive, but he's the one getting dived right now.
Detection once again. This time ZZQ is going to have it.
He's got CSJ here now, though. 3 points in the rebound.
What's going on, dude? Alright, they're fine. They are rotating, actually, Cicada to top. This is a heavy investment.
I think they know how poorly the lanes are going. They need to be able to convert onto this. They'll might be able to catch the Disruptor, but
oh, nice Gast.
The one they want.
So the Illusion Rune's going to help Cicada for the moment, but now with the rotation, it's a counter one from 7E. Got the Rolling Thunder to threat him with. Cicada's only got 1 more Remnant to work with. He'll be able to get some separation. 7E might look to jump the Marblu. Once again, Sentry's there. He's going to be able to get out of range of it. Is it going to matter though? Ice, can he track him down? They know exactly where he is thanks to the Thunder Strike. And Ice able to get the kill. I mean, dude, with all that going on, bottom lane, Beyond is obliterating God King. 44 to 34. Hold that thought, because mid lane Cicada still is a DD. He's fine. Dude, 44 to 35 compared to the 18 and 2 from God King. This is what I was talking
about. Like, what does this actually do? Like, what do you do as a Faceless Void? And the downside is you're not exactly the greatest at going back to the jungle and picking up farm there either as a Faceless Void. I mean, this is going to need to be some sort of minus gameplay. As another kill got up top, you get another couple of Urn charges. CTY gust up in 1 second. Might be able to bring him back to safety. Looks like it will. Yeah, things certainly don't get easier for God King.
What can Radiant do to enable him this game. I mean, you mentioned the potential of him going Midas, but it feels like you're going to need to do some other crazy things to make sure that God King can actually play a game of Dota. Oh, well, Cicada gets a freebie. That's kind of nice.
Mm-hmm. They'll know that they've got some sort of vision up there. Yeah, I don't know, honestly. Like, even when you get the Marcy ultimate, right, it's up against a Vanguard, so not going to be all that effective, the early unleash. The Drow is getting gone on, though. That's a nice little bonus, but here comes Underlord.
Was he going to be taking off C2 again with their strength treads, but it's not going to matter this time. They'll be able to secure the kill. I'm on the opposite side of the map. Even the Abaddon went down as well. So there's a 2-for-1 across the map, but of course they're happy with finally getting that first death onto the Drow Ranger, considering how far up she's there in the net worth. Back to bottom we go, though. God King once again with the time lock on cooldown for a couple of seconds. He'll be back up. Ice. Does he want to chase, though? Firefly still got half duration. Looks like they'll pay some respect to the potential rotations down to bottom to protect God King.
Yeah, going to be taking a lot of that damage over time. Of course, a Bat Rider very frequently just using 3 or 4 spells, so time dilation going to be a lot of value here. And he's got the Chrono in one more creep. Again, though, I don't really think they have anything to be able to convert Chronos.
Can they get the Ember? Oh my god, dude, that's huge. CTY, interesting movement over to the mid lane. Obviously feels like top is not safe enough for him, and off the back of that early rotation, he gets involved in a double kill.
They're hunting for ZZQ right now. They're going to get the start onto him. He has the Static Storm available, but I think he just wants to keep it available for a future defense. They do have a siege creep, though, to be able to play around with, and CSJ will at least have the remaining parts of this unleash.
Oh no, I mean, where do you go? Oh no! Oh my, he wants out of this game. For God King, dude, this is not the start you want in your TI qualifiers.
I don't know if he should finish up that those power treads. I really feel like this Gloves of Haste needs to become a Midas immediately, because you just cannot play in this lane at all. Beyond is playing like a Timbersaw right now, just putting his body in front of the lane. I guess a Tidehunter as well is another better tool, but you've just got much more right-click damage than either of those heroes to be able to chunk down these towers with all that bonus you get from the Atrophy Aura. There's just nothing a Faceless Void could do into this lane, and, well, God King went top, and so does Beyond. The other things I was mentioning, right? We saw the Chronosphere, probably not the greatest one, but even if he landed like an aggressive one, where's the combination? You know, it needs to be an Ember Spirit with a Maelstrom. It needs to be Invoker with any points in Exort, so he's got Sunstrike available. Marcy Unleashed does nothing against the Vanguard, and, well, God King, he's caught again.
Yeah, just a little bit too late with the smoke out of Radiant. They were anticipating the movement to top. They might be able to get the return kill onto Ice, but a nice sidestep for the Tornado. He'll still tick out though, but Cicada's going to be cautious. The Diffuser Blade reveal from 7E is going to catch Cicada off guard, and in the end, Team Zero, they're looking for more kills as well. As EZQ is going to be able to run into Marblue, protected with the Aphotic Shield, but it will not matter in the end. As 7E, he's still got the Rolling Thunder to work with. They've already got 3 kills, and they didn't even need the ultimate, as now they can turn to TZ. That's going to be 4 kills. A very favorable fight for the boys on Team Zero. This game is getting very much out of hand.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're playing it exactly how they should be, though, right? I would say probably the lane that went least to my expectations was mid. You know, 70, he has just gotten far too far ahead. We saw the impact of that early Diffusal Blade in being able to really prevent Cicada from having a lot of this escape potential on his Ember Spirit. You can throw down as many remnants as you want, but you got to have the mana to be able to actually move on to them. So he's done a fantastic job so far on his Pangolier, showing that the hero is not dead just yet.
Dude, 70's being so annoying.
Look at that. Couple of swashbuckles and 0 mana.
No mana. Very cool. Oh, God, man.
Give me mana.
Give me mana, please. They're going to be praying for something else as well, a miracle at this stage, because, I mean, maybe you can kill Beyond with the Spirit Vessel. They're going to try and have an attempt, but yeah, like you said, he's got backup, and even 7E's going to TP in as well. Team Zero, ooh, it's a pretty goddamn good Tornado. It's going to help get some distance away.
I mean, the Glimpse was just off the mark there. ZZQ, he had all the boys to be able to protect, and the Glimpse ended up saving the Marcy. She had fully committed into the middle of that team fight, and they would have had the damage to be able to take her out. But have a look at this. They're looking to try and yoink away that Wisdom Rune, even cement further control with 7E, but he's getting spooked a little bit by that Ghost Walk being there. Is he? I mean, they got the dust.
Oh, nice timing of the Tornado again. Marblue, all right. This time he definitely will go down. He was able to snipe the Wisdom Room away. They'll be able to take the tier 1 tower with 4 heroes top, and it does look like Ice is going to take this bottom wave and then get that Wisdom Room as well.
It's the benefits of the Batrider, right? You're so effective at just being able to pick up farm where not a lot of the supports are able to. Being able to do it incredibly safely as well, just with the use of that Firefly. TZ, he's just looking to... I mean, this might need to be how it eventuates, although Ice will see the Abaddon in the area. They'll know it's watered up, and they'll look to either...
Oh, they even want to kill him.
Yeah, I think they just want to make sure that he's not TPing away. Yeah, Firefly's running out, though. It's another Glimpse that isn't exactly on the mark, and yeah, now he... Well, they're going to have to use the lasso for it, I guess, but it's a lot of space being made by a position 5 Abaddon, and that's exactly what you need on some of these big brand boy heroes that have not had any space at all so far this game.
This feels like a bit of a pipe dream as well, but Marblue's got a Midas queued up, so... I mean, I don't know if... This would be really nice if they can get CTY, but I believe the Observe Ward's going to scout out a couple of rotations atop. He's actually looking to continue to farm nearby. CTY is in a lot of danger. This could be a huge kill for Big Brain, and the TPs will be too late. So, all right. I mean, a lot of that... No, hold that thought, actually, because 7E should be able to be there to cancel off the TP. They're even going to bring in the Underlord just in case a further fight does break out. Some pretty cute sidesteps from CSJ. They're even going to get the Ember, though. Oh, 7E. Quick jump on the higher ground with ZZQ Static Storm. Not only will they get one, they'll find a second kill as well, thanks to the Glimpse.
Nicely done. I mean, Disruptor's probably one of those supports that you really actually don't mind him getting a bunch of these kills. You could do so much as a position 5 Disruptor with not that much farm. You know, Tranquil's into the Magic Wand. He's gone 4-star for now just to be able to, you know, avoid the big threats coming through from the Invoker, the Marcy, and the Ember Spirit. But, I mean, if you wanted to, you could just go into that early-ish Aghanim Scepter as well and have a huge amount of impact. I just think positives. He's got
yeah, all right.
He's
about to die. He's definitely dead.
Don't go to the wave. Don't go to the wave. I don't think it'll matter. Oh,
dude, he's got it off. Alright, he got it off at least. The team's here. Another defensive use of the Chrono. This time he's not going to die straight away. They will still be able to hunt him down. A little bit late with the Gus. They do have the Glimpse to drag him back, and with just both the supports here, it's not going to be enough to be able to protect the Faceless Void. God King's really making him work for it, but without the mana now to jump away. They're even going to go over the top of the tree line and get the Abaddon to 7E up to a god-like streak 17 minutes in.
Yeah, he's dusted as well on
another one.
Back to the rest of the boys, and they're just playing around. I mean, we were talking about this, right? This is exactly how they need to play. They've got great pick-off heroes in the Disruptor, the Batrider, and the Pangolier. And all that you need to do on Beyond is just sit there and slowly push out the lanes. You need to try and play a little bit in front of CTY or enable him to have stacks to be able to play around with. And they've done it to pretty much perfection, right?
Yeah, without a doubt. Take a look at the wards as well. I feel like that's another big thing that's heavily enabled them. They just have to have a line of wards from like the start of the top river all the way down to bottom. So, I mean, how are you going to be able to access the map, especially with the tier 2 getting claimed now?
I mean, it's got to be a smoke, but you don't even really feel safe to be anywhere. Wait, is there only vision on the map inside of the Radiant Ancient Camp? Sorry, the Dire Ancient Camp? Yes, it is. In that one spot that TZ was able to place it down previously. But, I mean, how do you even take those Ancients without a Maelstrom on the Faceless Void? You don't.
Don't at all. So, I mean, they'll get another ward down, but of course, again, like we said, Dire have plenty of vision across the map, so they're able to scout out some of the movements up to top.
Moving up with this one that's just on the cliff near the river. Try and get the back lines.
Very low on mana for the Batrider. Oh, they got the glimpse. Nice timing, though. Very nice. All right, Cicada. Some of the individual brilliance that they need to somehow have a miracle comeback, not down 9,000 gold, but force out a lot of rotations. I mean, it is all 5 heroes, though, from Big Brain, nonetheless, up top. They're going to try and make their own play, though, off the back of the smoke.
I mean, they got a Spirit Vessel at least, so that's a nice bonus. They've got the BKB on the Marcy. They would love a kill for 70. He's 10-0 right now.
How do they start? They're going to try and go. Cicada will lead with the cold snap as well, and they obliterate the health ball. CSJ rewarded with the kill, but Ice is looking to follow up as well. They'll target down Marble at the moment, but it's just the supports on Team Zero. This could be the start for them. If they're able to get a couple of extra kills with Die just feeding the supports in unnecessarily, but not with Beyond Tier. Yeah, this man's going to act as the bodyguard, buy some time for CTY to funnel into the area as well. They got the control, but they weren't able to account for God King. He's going to be in with the Chronosphere onto 2. They're going to try and deal with the Batrider. They want to get the easy kills and then go for the more difficult ones with the numbers advantage. As CSJ once again jumps over the top. They'll force the buyback out of Batrider. This is not looking good at all. Big Brain is finally the fight for them. Another buyback coming out, but Ice is going to be sent to the grave for the second time this fight. You do have 70 back alive. They're going to get a return kill onto God King, but the damage, it has been dealt. Finally, Big Brain will catch a break.
They will, and it all comes down to finding that quick kill onto 70 at the very start of things. I mean, they got about a level and a half on all of these heroes across the board. Look at all that money as well going through to the Marcy. So going to build herself up into the Basher. Really look to try and prevent a lot of the impact coming through. I mean, the big difference for mine was how much squishier the Underlord felt now that you have the Maelstrom on the Ember Spirit. I think you had the Javelin was on the Faceless Void actually at the time. He didn't have the full Maelstrom, but you just needed a little bit of that magic damage to be able to go through everything that the Underlord has, because as of right now, he doesn't have a pipe. He doesn't even have a cloak in towards the build-up of it. So he actually does end up taking a fair amount of damage.
I must say I'm incredibly impressed as well from the read of God King to even show up to that fight, even with the really bad start that he's had. And, you know, the chronos have not been good for him at all. But for him to still have the confidence to get into that team fight and land an incredible chrono and get that triple kill, that's a huge read from him. I'm back live. I know this replay's going for a while. They get that pick off for the Abaddon. They are getting roached now. So still it's still going to be a very difficult road back into this game, but nonetheless, it at least is not going to be a quick end.
No, definitely not. And that's what we wanted to see. We were expecting these games to be a lot more even.
Oh, mid lane.
I found, yeah.
What a setup, dude. Ice to lead. ZZQ was already TPing in, so the chain control was perfect from them. And that was all while they were getting Roche as well on top of it.
That's what the best teams do, right? It's not just one objective that they get at the time. They try and get multiple. As TZ, even the perfect flame break back, it's going to put him in a little bit of distress. He's got the borrowed time available, though. Just has enough time to place up a cheeky Observer Ward, but won't be able to TP away with the help of the Glimpse. I wonder if you try and force out a tier 3 glyph here, just to start knocking on the high ground. I mean, you don't have Chronosphere, you don't have an Abaddon, and you've got a Siege Creep available and the Aegis. Like, I think they would be very happy even if they just expended the glyph, because it would enable them to minimum get all of the outer towers by the end of this Aegis. Oh, they're even aggressively glyphing. They're wanting to stay.
I mean, they probably know how strong they are, right? Without the BKBs, Faceless Void needs 2 components. The Ember needs 1 more component as well.
I think they can just sweep across to mid lane now, right? They've got a quick wave right there. You can see them all focused on defending. They'll be able to pick off a disruptor, though. Probably. Maybe.
Yeah, you have to commit a BKB for it. It's taking a lot of time to get the kill. Tornado's off the mark as well. Still, it is very important for Radiant to get these early pickoffs onto supports, as we're seeing how easy it's going to be to bring down Beyond with the Spirit Vessel, but meanwhile 7E with the chain control, it's perfect. They'll get rid of God King. No threat of the Chronosphere now, and 7E, he can continue to disrupt the backline. Ice is in with the lasso, and meanwhile CTY is just freely right-clicking from the backline. There's nothing the Drow needs to be worried about, and they're going to call it.
What?
All right, I mean, really? Like, you had one incredible fight, you were back into this game, but just one bad fight.